Nevasoba365, nigga. P&B shit. Relly, what up? Forever I love Eastwick. Nevasoba365. So America, I'm scoping on y'all with the eagle eye. Nigga better not look at me with the evil eye. Can have my niggas outside your house staking out like it's dinner time. Can't let the nonsense intertwine, cause bullshit can enter mine. When it tourist your sign, it's about to be an epidemic for these dope lines. ABUCISG and handle mines. When it's FB, I ain't twitting lines, cause soon as you start to slide. True. Got the Rolling Nation with me. Olympic Rollers in the house. I know you feel some type of way, bro. I see you and shit. You ain't get away from this guy first. Like, you feel me? Well, introduce yourself.
Nevasoba365, Rolling Nation, man. Let's get it.
True.
We live too.
Riley Hendricks, Olympic Roller.
Yeah.
Lisbon, Jersey.
Facts. Hizzy.
Most honey, P&B, regular, you know, do a little bit of Olympic and a little bit of Rolling Nation.
True. You know this shit. Shit, not be your host, Nevasoba. You know how we do. We stay high over here. You know the vibes. Feel me?
Yes, sir. Captain.
We gonna get into this.
Captain
Spookism.
It's Halloween.
It definitely is Halloween, you feel me? So we gotta get into something.
What Halloween mean to you?
Give him the
Yeah,
definition.
you know,
What does holiday mean to you?
when we think about the word spook, we always be afraid of that word, right? When we hear it, like, what is spook? What do it mean to
Well,
be
the
spook?
common, for me, my opinion, common thing is, ghosts, scary movie. You know what I mean? Something
Spooky shit.
Yeah.
What they say is
Yeah, you feel me?
Something people don't feel as reality.
Yeah, so when you look at that word, you start to realize, you see the definition of that word is ghost in one sense, but then in the South it means pale, colorless person, an alcohol spirit.
Yeah.
Then from another angle, Americanized, you see it looked at as spy, to observe something. So when you don't have knowledge of what you're seeing, you're going to be afraid of it, right?
Yeah.
So,
you don't know.
Exactly. So this is where we get this word spook. You feel me? Be a spectator.
Yeah.
Basically. So now the ism is just the qualification, the condition of it. So when we look at that word ism, we see the condition of it. Adding that to spook, we see the condition that we in. We're afraid of things that we don't have no knowledge or history about.
Yeah.
And lack of understanding will make you what?
Yeah.
So when we think about spook, we can think about a lot of stuff in the streets, in the
a lot
world,
of stuff,
the workplace.
Especially with this year 2021, everybody dealing more with the mental.
Yeah,
so it's about mental health a lot. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
that going to it too. You know what I mean? Because like I said, if you scared, you it's chaos. In the brain. Like, you feel me? But if you know what's going on, you feel me? You can control it.
Like now,
yourself.
For instance, right? When we think about that, we got to change the word because we can't say, that.
Yeah.
Because they be, but when you trying to get that jab or they trying to hit you with that jab, everybody's spooked by it because they don't know what's in it. You feel me? Or don't know if they really getting the cure. Like, you got to think about that. So that's what.
Man, we talking about the shot.
Yeah.
Talking about vaccination, all that wild shit, all that mandated, all that shit.
True.
Word, I feel you.
We ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Everybody talking about
it. Shot coming like Chuck D. But at the same time, like, we all, I can say this for all of us, we all respect everybody freedom and their own choice and what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But before you talk shit or on either side, like if you want to talk against it, if you want to talk about it, make sure you educate yourself about it and know what it do. Like, you know what I mean? People talking about, I want to take the shot, don't even know what they talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But people that took the shot, don't even, you know what I mean? Like they go and take Johnson & Johnson shot. They couldn't even get baby powder right.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of it. Like,
and it's,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like educate yourself. Like either side. Like I respect everybody's choice because it's a human choice. Like, and we should all respect that. And we in the country that go along with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, they supposed to. Shout out to New York and San Francisco. Y'all tripping.
Yeah, facts.
That's how we play.
Look,
you know what I mean? But yeah.
So when you think about
body
that,
choice. It's a human choice.
It's
humane.
It's a funny thing that you say that because in my notes I said that we have to educate ourselves in spirituality before we can judge it and say that somebody crazy. Because you can't call somebody crazy if you don't know the lies and the truths of something. You feel me? You got to know the lies and the truth of the topic at hand before you can say, oh, they crazy or they fronting. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, bro. At one point, you know what I mean? They had women brewing tea and called them witches. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? If grandma would have made you some
bullshit,
some soup with some onions and something and it healed you, they would have said you was a witch.
You feel me?
Yeah. So you already know it. Like, lack of education is the problem with a lot of stuff today.
And that's another part of the subject. You know what I mean? To even bring the females in it, like when they didn't respect females, like if female had a voice or they knew some stuff or something like that, all they had to do was say, at one point in the medieval times, all they had to say was, oh, this woman cast a spell on me, and they probably just had a toothache, like, you know what I'm saying? Then they burned her or threw her in the river because they thought, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I mean, they a witch or something, but like, they just ain't respect women, like, you feel me? Like, they ain't, you feel, like, on some witch shit.
And that's true to say because a lot of stuff they looked at as witch stuff, like even our own religious systems, our cultures that we was going by, how we was doing things. Like, for instance, they thought our way of life in Africa, I'm gonna use Africa because everybody seemed to, you know, always equate themselves straight to Africa.
That's a continent, that's connected to the core.
But you know, it's another to that, you feel me, when we get into the studies of the Americas and understanding that it's been people over here too as well at the same time with them telling you that everybody came from Africa. You gotta really understand
if you wanna go culture way, if you wanna go scientific,
we gotta keep it spooky.
It was always I know, but it is spooky because they try to make it seem like that everybody was brought over here. Like at one point it was one land, like shit break up. Like if this table crack in half right now, like y'all two on my side, y'all over there, like
that's fact.
You know what I'm saying? A volcano shit, we survived, like alright. We on this side, y'all on that side. That's that simple, like
and that
you know what I'm saying? Like
I get exactly what you're saying.
We ain't had no planes, you know what I mean? We built boats and shit like that, they be tripping, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you gotta think, like 6 million people being brought over on a boat at that time. And then think about it,
bullshit.
European Caucasians at that, bringing them over on the boat.
Bullshit.
And we outnumber them.
So, play that shit.
So when we talking here,
they got us already.
You trying, my boy, Yiddy on the line.
Yeah. They got us in one sense. You know, thinking that
Yiddy Sean, know what I mean?
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Entrepreneur, businessman.
You feel me?
Extraordinary, know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all tap in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, products forever, you hear me?
Y'all go tap in, man.
1 second.
Yeah. But I don't want to go too far from it, man. If I could ask.
Like, we still on the topic because everything is spooky. Like, even learning.
I want to get to some dark shit. Like,
even learning your own history.
It's spooky.
Rather than history, we need to call it mystery.
Yeah.
Learning your own mystery.
Right?
You feel me?
Cause fuck history. What's the mystery? Like,
yeah.
We want to know the bottom. We want to know the root of this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Learning your own mystery is you know, it's
How you
spooky.
feel? Excuse me.
Go ahead.
No, I want to bring. You know what I mean? Hunt. You know what I mean? Like, how you feel about spookism? Like anything, like you know.
Nah, I'm listening.
You know,
to
it's a broad
learn
spectrum.
Spookism be anything, you know who we friends, you know, everybody deal with, like, you know what I mean, spookism be anything, bro, it could be a raid, like, you know what I mean, I remember, like, on my birthday, like, you feel me, like, they raid and shit, like, little smoke bombs, pop off, like, blew my whole sock off.
Like, you heard, like,
Smoky and spooky?
yeah, like, it could be anything, bro. It could be
Fact.
whatever.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Because I know when I
You
think
ever
of
got
spook,
bullied, whatever,
I think
like,
of
I'm not saying
scare,
nobody.
voodoo, ghosts, I think racial shit,
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
kind of
that's
shit. Because the
spooky,
first
yeah.
street gang, white street gang, actually was called the Spook Hunters.
Word.
So
What?
therefore, yes, actually, no. So that's what I'm saying. I just had a whole.
Wow.
So that's how I was hearing what y'all had to say
Say,
before
yeah.
I even intervened in anything, because
Yeah.
I was learning at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And then I can spill my drink
Yeah.
after I got it. Now I'm like,
I already
bring
know
more
your
together.
cup is full, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? We regular people. You feel me?
But
Regular
nah,
ideas, and you know what I mean, and worry about our peoples and how we do about everything, man. And it's Halloween, so let's get spooky. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Spookism, man.
Like me, bro, I was scared as hell, bro. Like my
the real meaning, Halloween and all that shit, like
Yeah.
how they made up shit, all that shit. We gonna tap in.
yeah.
Spookism.
Cause you fucking with
The
it,
true origins of Halloween.
no, cuz fucking with it, something scary, nigga.
We got this
You
boy
gonna talk
Fire
to
in the building, you know. Like, he got something too. We gonna talk to him about his album, his mixtape, whatever he wanna call it, it's his art. You feel me? We gonna talk to him about his art and what he got dropping on all platforms. So be on the lookout for that. Boy Fire. Like, but everything's spooky, you know. Life itself is spooky, like, cause we trying to figure out what's the purpose of being here, and that's even
Yeah.
spooky. And every day people plague themselves with that question. Even like around this time of year, for instance, when we think about Halloween, we want to know like why we do some of the things that we do, like what's the traditions, why we following these traditions, why we carve
What's trick or
pumpkins,
treating,
like what's trick or treating and all that. You feel me? Like what it really mean. Did you know in medieval times, because remember earlier you mentioned medieval times, did you know in medieval times that they used to have kids go souling, that's door knocking, and while they door knocking, they asking for little treats, which is spice cakes with raisin.
Yeah.
So after they get these spice cakes with raisin, they gotta go make prayers for the souls that's trapped in purgatory. Now purgatory supposed to be a place in between heaven and hell, but it don't really exist. You feel me? It's not as bad as hell, and it's not really heaven. Like, so you see the spookism in that shit right there. Like, you,
spooky.
like how you had kids going door knocking, getting cakes from anybody, just anyone, and eating it, and then now you gotta go make a prayer for somebody that you don't even know.
Yeah, that mean they next.
It's even if you wanna simplify it, like bro, like Martin Luther King, what he stood for, and how he was about his people.
Yeah.
It's damn near not even a holiday. Like they even work on his day. Like you hear me?
Yeah.
We just started not respecting Christopher Columbus Day.
Yeah.
I remember like we used to really
They
have
still
talk about what is
trying to
it?
put
14?
that shit in perspective.
What is it? 1492?
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus Celebration Blue.
You know, Stevie Wonder had a
Santa
song
Maria,
in
like, three
1492.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and we just now, because of the modern day, it's a lot of checking and a lot of canceling. Like, so
Yeah.
they caught up with it. But look how long, like, you feel me? Like,
For real.
that's crazy. Like,
Took
it's
40
somebody
years.
that was for the people,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even like on some pro-black shit. It was like
But
everybody.
but
But then
Yeah,
they
say-
respect somebody that
say that.
they known
But it
that
wouldn't be
slaughtered.
spooky if I didn't tell you the spooky in that.
Where?
Come
With
on,
Martin
bro.
Luther King.
Yeah.
Like,
Of course.
because
But I'm just talking
how
about
many, hold on,
the,
wait. How many
LeBron-
people in here know that Martin Luther King name is not his real name? That Michael King is his real name.
Yeah.
Or that he took the king part from somebody else that
Yeah.
he was admired by.
Fact.
Like he
I
admired
know what
them.
you're talking about.
Like
I just want to make sure, like, I'm just talking about
So-
the message that people respect.
Word.
but ain't,
No,
fuck, tell me this though, right?
What's spooky
Because we
is
talking
that-
about spooky, right?
Yeah,
We
and
talking
that's
about
what's spooky because
Ain't this or
they had
isn't
drawing
this-
bolts
Listen,
about this dude, bro. And he
isn't this
slaughtered.
spooky, right? This is spooky when you marching to Montgomery, Alabama, and you get a call from the mayor, and you got the mayor number, and the mayor say, Martin, not today. Don't come through here marching, Martin. And then your ass,
Martin.
and then Martin be like, nah, I got to do this. The people got to feel this. They got to see this. And then he started marching, and then next thing you know, the men say, fucking stone their ass. That's the spooky part in it, because he knew already not to do it.
Word.
But he still did it to what? Because he knew black people fell in love with hope and prosperity. You know,
350
fantasy.
coming on the next one.
So you know how that go.
350.
Yeah.
350. You know, tell him we right here.
550.
Tell him we right here, you know. You feel me? So think about that. Like, Martin was, he had these type of issues when we taught them how to use alcohol and how to cleanse themselves and everything. So you got to understand, it's spooky right there. That we don't even know that we was doing all of this all over the universe. Rather than us thinking about Africa, America, South America, all these places trying to figure out where everybody came from. We was doing this, period. We had a high advanced civilization, knowledge, everything, technology. This technology we got now, we depend on it. Because we don't use our mind or our spiritual abilities to do anything.
Spooky.
You feel me? That's spooky.
Okay.
Spooky.
This a black mirror. This phone we hold, a black mirror. You project the thoughts and energy into it and make it happen and do what it do. This phone don't do nothing. Just like a gun, it's an inanimate object. It don't do nothing until you pick it up and use it.
Right.
That cup, that same cup that we drinking out of, you feel me? Somebody could figure out a way to carve that and make a weapon out of that.
It's facts.
It's how you use it. Free will. See, that's the spooky part. People don't realize that they had a free will. What we talked about before. That good angel and that bad devil. You feel me? But they think that bad devil is really telling you something bad. And that good angel is really telling you something good. When most of the time, that good angel could lead you into some shit of a state of submission. Where you become submissive to things that you don't understand why. Because they telling you to be good.
When we was talking about that, it's all about adding up. You know what I'm saying? The situation, analyzing the situation. Yeah, you're gonna have two choices. You know what I'm saying? But you analyze it, and yeah, that's your angel and devil. But if you add it up and you know the formula, you'll be okay.
We can tell them the formula because the formula is you. You the God. You get what I'm saying? That's the formula. That's the spooky part. Spooky part is making everybody believe in one God, or not letting you be able to be who you want to be or grow into what it is that you choose to become. Like, to make it seem like everybody's supposed to be on the same accord at the same time, that's crazy. To even make it seem like everybody supposed to die at the same time or the same age, that's even crazy. To think that. Like, who's to say I can't live to 300 years old?
Shit.
If I do the right things to keep my body right.
It's hard.
You feel me? Like flying, people be so fascinated about being in planes and all that. Back in the day, what they was doing? Astral projecting. Going inside their mind at any moment, any time, anywhere, any night, day, whatever, and being anywhere. Tapping in deep.
Spooky.
They feeling like they talking about civilizations in the clouds and all of that stuff because they was doing that. But see, this watered down version of our system that we got called Halloween, that's all Halloween is. Halloween once used to be known as All Saints Day. And they was doing that to replace the day being the 31st of Samhain's Day, which was a Celtic tradition where they had festivals for the harvest for nature, things that we was doing. So now you got to ask yourself, was the Celtics white? Because if Egyptian and Aboriginals from this land, and even in South America, and the ones in Meshi land, listen to what I'm saying. The ones in Meshi land, which is Mexico, you feel me? Because we got to know the names, or the ones in Utah, now it's turned to Utah. We got to know, or Lemuria, which is Hawaii, knew all of this stuff already and was doing these rituals and these practices already to nature and to the earth and to the universe. So we got to ask ourselves, was the Celtics all white? And why was the Roman Christians going so hard at the Celtics like that?
Well, I want to say, it go along with it, but even today, like, we got holidays for simple things. Like, you heard this, Lefty Day, like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like, even in the times, like, back in the day, it was just like that too. You had holidays for a lot of things. You had holidays that celebrate the dead.
Now listen,
you know, you had holidays you celebrate the living. You had holidays you celebrate children.
So
whatever they thought, that's
where you gotta listen at. Cause that's what I just said.
That's
what I just said.
What you saying? Yeah.
The Day of the Dead is Halloween.
Yes,
Halloween.
That's all I wanted to talk about.
Halloween. That's what I'm talking about.
But you don't have to be on some evil shit with it.
Halloween is the Day of the Dead.
It's your
the
choice.
13th of May was once known as Lemuria. So Lemuria was the holiday that they were celebrating in Europe. The saints or the Catholic Church or Roman Christians had this idea of, oh no, we can't be celebrating these pagan holidays. Now a pagan person is somebody who believes in nature, life and death, dealing with, the elements of earth, in and out of this
natural law.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So they wanted to get rid of this. So they said, oh, hold on, we're going to do something different. We're going to call this All Saints Day. Now, All Saints Day was representing the people that they knew who were saints and the ones that they didn't know about that was dead now. So now they still doing the same thing, you feel me, repetitiously, but trying to flip it in their own way.
See, that coincides with anything in life. You heard, like, listen, and what I mean by that is that everything starts out as a whole, especially at the beginning of anything.
Mm-hmm.
You heard, you have your pillars, or it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. You heard?
Yeah.
But once this system is going along for a while, you have like a new generation or the second in command, they always gonna have ideas of what the original was.
That's what you call obscurity, like, or being in a state of not knowing, lost.
Dudes gonna always try to break shit down from what the original plan or principles and morals is. Like, you heard?
Not even
that's
that.
That's with hip hop. That's with life.
It's about
anything you think
it's
of.
about what's
always
lost.
Pure. People get broken down.
People get lost over the course of time. That's the whole thing.
That's how a country. That's how a continent. That's how a country start. That's how a state start. That's how counties start. That's how zip codes start. As you break down, it gets weaker.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But see that when you say that, the breakdown only came in because they wanted to control stuff.
And this new shit.
See, not even
the old motherfuckers go.
Nah, hold on. Listen, bro. Listen. I'm dropping some shit on you. Just listen. Listen.
Go ahead.
You feel me? That came about because people wanted to control things.
Yeah.
The control system always been in the play. Control never went nowhere. In order for you to run a kingdom, you gotta control a certain amount of area.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? In order for you to conquer another land, you gotta go over there and have war.
Fact.
You feel me? Control always been there.
Off.
Yeah, so that always been there. That's the problem. Control. People want control, and then when they get control, they lose control of what they once thought they had control of. And not understanding that nobody controls nothing.
So how you feel if let's say if you're a leader, let's say if you're a good leader or bad leader, regardless in our history, regardless if you're a good leader or bad leader, I don't care how long you reign, always break down. What do you think that is?
You know what good leader and bad leaders break? How that come about? That come about.
You think it's just longevity?
Nah,
Like,
it come about from two things. It come about from how well the leader conduct himself and how well the people around the leader conduct themselves.
Yeah,
because hold on, look, listen. This is what I'm saying. The way people around the leader conduct themselves always be the one that tend to throw the leader underneath the bus or get the leader in a lot of chaos because of things of not listening or not talking or not communicating or not understanding.
Yes.
And then they get jealous or get mad or get heated or and say, oh, he not trying to hear me or he not listening or he don't want to get my point of view. And then this is how the leaders always break down. Because the leader don't be having sometimes a good judge of character of the people that's around them because they be so much focused on trying to build things up or keep things right on one accord that they end up losing sight of the ones that kind of got this little tendency in them that break shit up or mess something up.
The reason I say that is because what I meant by is that even regardless if you're in the lead position, good or bad, like you have a time. Like everybody has a limit. Life is a limit. Like you heard?
Facts.
It's all about what you do in your legacy, right? That's what you remember by.
Legacy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Yeah.
Because we got
trying to wing it.
Legacy.
Yeah. I'm trying to wing it.
Go ahead, but
and that's what I mean by like.
Because you know, legacy is what you leave behind.
Yes.
Rather than
whatever you do.
But your legacy on in here.
Yeah, cop it up.
Flagged up for 1.5. He got his mixtape, his album, his art, like I said, dropping today. And he got, you know, a lot that he want to talk about.
Mask on, bro. Fuck that, bro. It's
I'll bring my man. This is the facade.
Put the mask with the fucking.
I know my boy with his neck. That's what he do.
I put it on for you, bro. Let me see that, bro. I'm putting on for you, bro.
That's the scary man.
Hey, FIYA, let me ask you one question, bro. How you feel about spookism?
I feel like fear and excitement linked with the same emotion. That's my little slogan that I'm trying to think of. Because I like how that Halloween. He said he don't celebrate Halloween, but I do.
Yeah.
Like I celebrate my Halloween for my own reasons. I feel like it sparks something in me. It's like an exciting feeling.
Yeah.
And my music, I get that what I just said to you, that feeling, that vibe. I'm trying to put it in my music, make it exciting. When you hear my shit, it's exciting.
True. Cause every time I see you on IG, bro, you always snapping on something like it's always exciting. So I know, you feel me? Like spookism, you would understand it better than other people would, especially when you chose to drop on Halloween.
For this past year, I've been looking into a lot of shit. Like I started wearing this because I don't know. I've been looking into a lot of shit though.
Yeah.
I don't want to explain a lot because there's a whole lot to explain. Shit that I look up, link into shit, and this plus this equals this. Then
I could tell you for one reason why we had the first show on Halloween. The reason why we had the first show on Halloween, because 3 + 1 is 4. That's numerology, and 4 represents creation. So right here, this was the first creation in the making of Nevasoba365. So now. That's why this energy is like it is. You feel me? Like we filled up. We fueled up.
Y'all talking about shit I've been looking into this whole year. The shit that y'all talking about was like I've been looking into it. I don't got it down 100%, but I got shit that makes sense. And then I'm learning from shit that you saying.
Yeah, true facts. We all can learn from each other. You know.
Yes, sir.
Each one teach one. That's how it goes. You feel me? Take a village to raise a child, right?
Yeah, I promise you, I believe in that. You're right.
So,
I come from
how many cuts we got on this one right here?
It's 9. I got 9 out right now, but I'm gonna continue putting more shit out. Like in 2 weeks, I'm about to put 2 more out because it ain't done. But I've been telling people it's out. And I wanted to be out 100% how I want it. So it's done, but it ain't done. That's why I'm making 1.5.
Yeah,
1.5 come out in the next month. Then I'm making Something Scary 2 in December, at the end of December. Every holiday,
something scary.
And I got some other shit I'm working on called Hex. It's like a story I was writing since I was like 16, but I stopped writing it. But when I start working on this scary project, I was like, that's like a hood scary story. I'm about to.
Oh, you gotta do that, bro.
Facts.
I got some shit.
I watch all the horror movies, bro.
I got some shit.
I watch all the scary movies,
Like
bro.
It's about like some chick that
We need that,
and
bro.
2 niggas they be setting people up. They came across a cult. Or some shit gonna go down.
Let me hear a little bit of it, just a little bit.
I know I got it on the. I see. Look, the thing is,
Nah,
I got it
whatever you
all
wanna do.
memorized. It's on my phone. I play it. I'm trying to spit something. Act
Nah,
like
spit
we
what you
got
want
you.
to spit.
Most definitely.
I wrote some shit I want to try to get down on Halloween, but I'll show y'all this next shit. Like what I got for it so far.
Alright, so what beat you trying to get on?
It's called Jigsaw. Like I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna say the name right now. It's called. It's a sample jig.
Yeah. So tell the people where you from.
I'm from Eastwick, Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Facts.
How long you been doing this?
I've been doing. See, I've been doing this since I was like 12.
Facts.
I've been rapping since I was 11, but niggas knew. I had a party one day. Niggas started having a cipher, and I started spitting what I was writing when I was 11. Niggas was feeling it, it suit me up. So I was like, oh, I'm about to start spitting. I started up a team, MBE, nothing but everything.
Word. Your pops been telling us about you for the longest, you feel me? Like, we was supposed to did a lot of stuff. I know you and Shab got some news that y'all did. I heard that, you feel me? That's what it is. And we want to make sure we all keep working, you feel me? Because that's all it is about. Propelling each other to be the best that they could be, you feel me? Keeping the best interest and, making sure somebody be great rather than one of us being great. All of us could be great, you feel me?
And yeah, if I play this tech shit, y'all it's gonna pick up on us on the microphones.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get y'all the opening, the first verse.
I bet.
Hopefully, y'all don't know. And I got like 3 different beats because I'm gonna break it down into parts. This is just the beginning of part 1. 2 verses every part. And I went into detail. I'm gonna let y'all hear. Let it speak for itself.
Boy, fire.
Money in the bar, that was the spot. It was Quan, it was Johnny, and some stripper bitch Fox. Foxy lit the blunt to pass the money out her bra. Like how much we got, I don't know, but it's a lot. Hold up, you don't know they bombed. Been scheming since Junior High. Built up loyalty off of plots, gotta get them by. Foxy whisper, niggas got some money in this spot. Quan like line them up, we taking everything they got. With some protection, they already caught somebody. Johnny say don't glorify, we are ready for the army. See, Johnny was the smartest, but got mixed up in a robbery. Some nigga named Kylie and Foxy was a side piece, but Johnny say don't worry, we got lawyers, we ain't sloppy. Quan like Fox, that was your boo boo, but he would've shot you probably. Foxy push Quan, she ain't saw. We look at Johnny like them little thotties giving one guy the eyepiece. She wasn't by herself, there was 2 more other bitches, and one of them a lesbian and Foxy let her bitches. She said her name was Diamond, she know Johnny talking with her, and this Kiki around the way. Why they look so familiar, but I fuck with it, so fucking Lincoln took a bunch of pictures. This wasn't in the plan, but it was money over bitches. Say we gifted, baby, we can make you see your wishes. Johnny comprehend his fiction like we don't believe in witches.
Fire!
What I'm doing, what you doing, doing that I'm doing you. Kiki got the keys, we about to leave, what y'all doing though? Rob say we homies tonight, y'all can be our homies too. Diamond look at Johnny as y'all coming through.
I need a freestyle. I need a freestyle.
Yeah, we gonna get him in there.
I could have sworn she picked up Quan City, right? She sold it when she meant by that. Get him Hex. It's called Hex.
I need that
Oh,
freestyle,
yeah, most definitely.
Can we get a beat?
We definitely
He got
got
the beat.
that.
What's
let
the
me
name?
show you.
He about to give him the name.
I
of
wrote
the beat.
some shit for Halloween called Jigsaw that I was planning on dropping as a blog, but when he told me about this, I'm like, I'm dropping on this.
Yeah, hell yeah, fact. So, shit, we gonna load the beat up for you. So,
Let me get the name.
They can find.
It's called it's called it's just.
what's your handles?
On the phone.
Twitter.
Instagram, on Facebook, Marcus Bowser. Instagram, bitches _ fire. And TikTok, Marcus B Fire. Twitter, Marcus B Fire too.
So make sure y'all go follow the boy Fire, you feel me? And make sure you follow Nevasoba365.
my little slogan that I'm trying to figure out because I like how that Halloween. He said he don't celebrate Halloween, but I do.
Yeah.
Like I celebrate my Halloween for my own reasons. I feel like it sparks something in me. It's like an exciting feeling.
Yeah.
And my music, I get that same what I just said to you, that feeling, that vibe. I try to put it in my music, make it exciting. When you hear my shit, it's exciting.
True. Cause every time I see you on IG, bro, you always snapping on something like it's always exciting. So I know, you feel me? Like Spookism, you would understand it better than other people would, especially when you chose to drop on Halloween.
For this past year, I've been looking into a lot of shit. Like I started wearing this because I don't know. I've been looking into a lot of shit though.
Yeah.
I don't want to explain a lot because there's a whole lot to explain. Shit that I look up, link into shit, and this plus this equals this. Then
I can tell you for one reason why we had the first show on Halloween. The reason why we had the first show on Halloween, because 3 + 1 is 4. That's numerology.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 represents creation. So right here, this was the first creation in the making of Nevasoba365. So now that's why this energy is like it is. You feel me? Like we filled up, we fueled up.
Which y'all talking about shit I've been looking into this whole year. The shit that y'all talking about is like I've been looking into it. I don't got it down 100%, but I got shit that makes sense. And then I'm learning from shit that you saying.
Yeah, true facts. We all can learn from each other, you know.
Yes, sir.
Each one teach one. That's how it go. You feel me? Take a village to raise a child, right?
Yeah, I promise you, I believe in that. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I come from
how many cuts we got on this one right here?
It's 9. I got 9 out right now, but I'm gonna continue putting more shit out. Like in 2 weeks, I'm about to put 2 more out because it ain't done. But I've been telling people it's out, and I want it to be out 100% how I want it. So it's done, but it ain't done. That's why I'm making 1.5.
Yeah,
1.5 come out in the next month. Then I'm making Something Scary 2 in December, at the end of December. Every holiday
something scary. Something scary. That's
and I got some other shit I'm working on called Hex. It's like a story I was writing since I was like 16, but I stopped writing it. But when I started working on this Something Scary project, I was like, that's like a hood scary story. I'm about to make
you
it
gotta
wrong.
do that, bro.
Facts.
I got some shit.
I watch all the horror movies, bro.
I got some shit.
I watch all the scary movies,
Like
bro.
it's about like some chick that
We need that,
and
bro.
2 niggas. They be setting people up. They came across a cult. It's like some shit gonna go down.
Let me hear a little bit of it, just a little bit.
I know I got it on the. I see. Look, the thing is,
Nah,
I got it
whatever you
all
wanna do.
memorized. It's on my phone. I'll play it. I'm trying to spit something. Act
Nah,
like.
spit
we
what you want to
got
spit.
Most definitely.
I wrote some shit I want to try to get down on Halloween, but I'll show y'all this next shit. Like what I
We
got.
gonna kill some shit. Give us a second. We about to play it loud so y'all can hear that. Rolling this shit. Tell them where you from, my nigga.
Eastway.
Hey.
I pick it if her head wanted like the number lucky. Yeah, shorty thought she gave me head, but that was just a sucky. That bitch is evil, she gon' leave you, you ain't with the money. When niggas say they just don't show it, they ain't getting money. My horror thriller, so she won't fuck me. Sit on my wall, I treat you like you Humpty Dumpty. I rap around them, listen to them, I make them fucking mummies. My witch is cook them, she'll put you in the others for me. Turn the fishy nigga to a fucking guppy. I'm a motherfucker, crying while your mother loves me. She know I love the money. Why they be saying it's the devil? Cause they shush and hush it. They scared of me, the scary man. They like you coming for me. Manufacturing candles, about to summon something. Cut the pumpkin, but it's nothing. Jigsaw, I'm trapping, probably why they jumping. Love puppet, wall up with that bite, hit it with a dummy. I'm the one that got your heart, get you stalked, had you somewhere in the dark, don't slip and fall. You don't wanna end up lost, cut off your lights, now you somewhere in the dark. And for my squad, I crucify you for those ones that I run cross. Step inside, I'll face the pin, the hellraiser couldn't recognize. Let them be exercise, I pull up something that'll exercise. That's extra fire, cause a pull up is an exercise. Light up a candle with this fire, put a hex on y'all. There's something scary with that weapon ride. Let it fly. If you ain't jigsaw, then don't go testing minds. Let's play a game. Use your brain if you don't get the lines. These niggas blind, they got y'all y'all stick your keys in your eyes.
Fire.
That's how weird shit is spooky. Shit got real spooky, you crazy? Shit got real spooky, yeah. You talking that real horror. Shit got spooky. Nice clothes, I'm a liberal and shit. Shit got spooky. I got in the picture, man. Boy fired. Hey, Shotty, you ain't got nothing?
Fucked it up right there. He definitely left it on fire, my nigga. Shit was real spooky right there. Yo, so when we get expect the project?
At the end of, probably right on Thanksgiving. I'm gonna drop a song every holiday. And in between, I'm gonna drop a hex part. Like my next shit is gonna be a hex part 1. That shit I just showed y'all.
Right. So what they gonna expect right now? This very moment.
We're gonna play that Demon song.
So what's the one that's dropping right now?
Original shit. This is my project.
Facts.
I dropped it yesterday.
Facts. Something Scary is on all major platforms, right?
It's on SoundCloud, it's on YouTube. It's gonna be on other shit, so I'm gonna just
shit. Remember when you heard it first? The spookism, you feel me? And a lot of shit that we talked about today, you know, spookism, the origins of Halloween. We got a little bit into the origins of Halloween, didn't be able to get too deep into it, you feel me? Because it's a lot. And, you know, due to time, we gotta have a little time restriction on things. So, therefore, this was the Nevasoba365 podcast. I'm your host, Nevasoba, and you know the vibe. Stay high, Nevasoba365. Bow.
Crazy.
Bow.
Had to get it out. Yeah. Rule is ganja. Yeah, you got it. Ooh. You got it. Yeah, it was kind of a peach.
Word. Back.
Oh, you grab my get ready for me.
She wanna smoke with a thug, I'm a nigga with the blunts. She ain't got love, I'm ready to love. So I got fuck that, I don't trust. I was waiting for the jump. Jazz in my cup, nigga, I'ma live it up. Smoke a lot of weed, I'm gonna get enough. They gon' let me
My glow, got a dangerous mind and I'm coolio. Everywhere I go, it's a movie, yo. Me and my shorties, we poly. Me and my shooters, we party. I don't gotta do much hardly to get a bad thing to ride me like a Ducati. Never sober, 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 never sober. Never sober, never sober, never sober, never sober.